guys, what's up and welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's me, your girl barrister NEZE, and this is NEZE Peperempe. Oh my god, this video is one of those videos where we just sit down with a cup of tea, coffee, beer, tequila, gin, rum, whatever in the heavens you want to drink. It's one of those videos where we just sit down with a glass of that and just let our head down and just hold each other's hands and just cry and just learn from each other and just strengthen each other. These videos are very important and I love to have them once in a while. So I'll begin by asking, moms, my people, how are you doing? I didn't want to just hear fine. Yes, I don't want that generic answer. How are you doing? How are you really doing? Sad, unhappy, frustrated, tired, pissed off, hand it up to my neck. However you're feeling, drop in the comment section. Do you know why? It is normal. Whatever you feel is normal, and every human being feels that way too once in a while. I know some of you guys see me and you are like, NEZE, I admire you. You're always happy. You're always vibing. You're always full of energy. You're always so positive driven. You are just that girl. Yes, I might be, but there are still times that I feel overwhelmed. I feel tired. Those children that I love, I just want to kick them out and say, just get out, go out, I don't want to see you. There are still times when I feel like, oh my god, I am drowning, I am sinking, I am exhausted. These feelings are normal. But what now makes it a bit abnormal is when we choose to languish in them, when that becomes our default mood, when that happens more than not. When we wallow and we over-embrace and we drown in those feelings that are called the negative feelings, that's when it becomes a problem. But feeling them once in a while and working to overcome them does not make them negative feelings. They are normal feelings, because human beings should feel nervous, should feel anxiety, should feel sad, should feel unhappy, should feel stressed, should feel one of these things every once in a while. So again, I ask you, how are you doing? In today's video, I'm going to be telling you guys, my beautiful ones watching me, how I'm able to manage stress, how I stay radiant and positive and smiling, how I'm able to execute tasks, how I keep my head above water as a tired, a tired mother of four. I wrote in my community post the other day on Instagram that, look at me, I am Owa mommy. I am my mommy's princess. I am my daddy's gold. I am an only daughter. I have been raised to be cared for, pampered, taken care of. How did I suddenly find myself in a position where I am now the center? I am now the omodo in the house help. I am now in a position where everybody needs me, where everybody is dragging me for one thing or the other, where I have so many people to care for, so many responsibilities, where 24 hours is no longer enough for me. Literally, 24 hours is not enough for me. How did I find myself going from this baby girl that can pick up her bag and walk out of the house without thinking of anyone to this person that has all these responsibilities on my shoulder? And how am I doing it in a way that seems effortless? How do I avoid burnout? And how can you too manage your stress? The number one thing that I have done for myself that is helping me to manage my stress, because guys, I live a very stressful life. Some people feel like if you're abroad, oh, it don't better for you, God don't butter your bread. You can be abroad and die of stress faster than someone that is in Nigeria. Are you aware? Don't look at me shining and say, oh, there's an enjoyment today. I have been under stress too. Life-induced stress, not human-induced stress. Now that's the one I don't like. I don't like human beings inducing stress for me. In addition to the stress that comes with life, that's the one that I do not like at all. So some people have human-induced stress from their spouses, you know, problems from marriage and husbands or wives, while some have the stress that comes from living, from working, from parenting, but they're all stress and they should be managed. So the first thing I do to minimize, to manage my stress, do you guys know? Exercise. Oh my God. That thing called exercise, we underrate it, we overlook it. We believe that it's just people who are overweight that should exercise. Exercise revamps your mind and your body. Do not overlook the power, the impact of exercising. There was a time, I told you guys that period where I was under immense stress with Chineyenwa, school, work, and everything that was going on, moving from one place to another, and how it was inducing weight gain for me, how it was making me cranky, how I was just down, my hair was turning gray. It was telling on me. And when I just revamped my lifestyle, I brought in exercising every morning. You know, in the morning, for example, when my children go to school, once they leave for school, I'm on the dining table. If I don't exercise, the next thing I'll do is to butter bread. I'll eat bread, getting fat. I'll just be lazy. Once I eat, I'll just sit down there, maybe start editing, start creating. But when I start my day with exercising, it puts me on a different pedestal. It just brings me energy. It even makes me not to be hungry again. I just drink water, and that bread I would have packed my system with, I will skip it. It will just give me this courage. I don't know how to describe it. It will just put spring on my steps, make me more productive, fill me with energy. I just become energized. It gives me this sense of accomplishing a task. It makes me feel instantly healthy and alive. There is so much it does, both mentally and physically. On my channel on NEZEVILLE, I put a video of a lady that was crying that her husband did this, her husband does not help, this, as she doesn't have time to exercise. Listen to me, ladies. We are all busy. Life is not a walk in the park for anybody. There's always something that would always occupy you. And if you're looking for that perfect ideal time, that you have enough time to exercise and go to the gym, it will never come. Make do. I don't go to the gym. I work out in my house. Even before I got a treadmill, I'll put on television and be doing it with them, aerobics, and sweat it out. Before you know it, you're burning kgs, you are losing weight, you are being happy, you're feeling good, you're getting more confident. Exercise is a very, in fact, its advantages, its effects are all round, because it would help you with your confidence level, it will help you with your health, it will help you with physical and mental strength. It will help you with everything. So my dear people, one major way I manage stress is to exercise. It might seem stressful, like this exercise is addition to the stress I'm already going through. But in the long run, you now see that that thing is helping to relieve you of stress. Because when you are done, your head will be clear. You'll feel instantly light and you'll be ready. You'll be better positioned to face your day in a more productive fashion than when you just wake up and you start eating. You stay yakata. That would only increase your stress and reduce your productivity. Another thing I am doing to help myself manage my stress and stay on top of my game, stay happy, keep my head above water, is that I have learned to delegate, to utilize resources that would relieve stress from me. Some women, we have made ourselves ambassadors of stress. Stress ambassadors. Do you think they give award for the person that is most stressed? Do you think there's any plague or any distinction, any honorary award for a woman who works herself to death? What are you doing? So the ability of your resources, utilize those resources to relieve stress for you. You guys watched my Thanksgiving video when I said, instead of cooking, I ordered food. I've heard of one cleaning robot now that will put the robot will clean the house. I will buy it. Getting a cleaner to clean my house once in a while, at least the heavy cleaning, I will get it. Now, I'm not saying that all fingers are equal or everybody must do exactly what I'm doing. To the level that you can, it can be as little as a washing machine for you back in Nigeria. It can be as little as a blender. It can be as little as getting a cleaner to come and clean your house and go. In whatever level you can afford, always reach out for facilities and resources that would help you alleviate your stress. Don't put yourself in a position where you overstretch yourself. I am a busy bee. I am someone that cannot stay idle, cannot stay without being active. But I constantly pinch myself and caution myself and remind myself that, babes, leave this one. Delegate it. But some of we women, in fact, from the foundation of how we lay our marriage, we have already built a marriage of stress for ourselves. All those women that say their husband does not eat fresh food and all those things that add stress to your life, I often ask myself, how was the first week or first month of the marriage? If you are not married, please listen to me. Do not set any foundation in the marriage that would turn out to be a killer for you, a stress inducer for you. That first month of marriage, first year, first week is when you start setting out foundation and principles that would aid you and reduce stress in your life. Not you doing over jackie, overworking, showing over sabi. Then you now set a foundation that you cannot go against again in the course of the marriage. That man that you insist on cooking soup for every day of his life, he was eating in canteen where the warm leftovers before he got married to you. That man that you say cannot pick pin, some of them were taught by their mothers, but when they came into marriage, when they saw your oversabi, they left the work for you. Don't set a stressful foundation for yourself. You will kill yourself. At the beginning of the marriage, at the beginning of the union, no go do pass yourself. Because if you do pass yourself at the beginning, you must continue. If not, there will be a problem. And for those that have already made the mistakes of oversabi, overdoing at the beginning of the marriage, and now it has become a norm, please utilize resources to help yourself. If you have already spoiled your husband with fresh food, go and make big pots of soup, big pots, with all the fish and meat inside. Keep it inside freezer. In the evening when he comes back, get fresh leaf or vegetable, ugu, pour it in that soup that you have kept in the freezer. Turn it, it will turn to fresh soup. Alleviate your stress. Anything you can do to think outside the box to make life easy for you, do it. Spend your money on yourself, because if you die, somebody else will spend that money. And that those people you are stressing yourself for will get the replacement fast. So that is what I'm doing to help myself. I'm a very busy, productive person. You might not find me every day making puff puff or meat pie in my house, but if I want it, I would order it. And that does not make you lazy. That does not make you less the wife or the mother that you are. If you have an unsupportive, uncooperative spouse that enjoys seeing you under stress, intense stress, you have to find a way. If you know that he's the kind of person that, you know that marriages differ. If you know he's the kind of person that you will get into serious trouble if he sees you doing one or two things, please find a way to do it by the side. Arrange yourself. Life is about packaging. Package yourself so you don't die. Manage your stress. Nobody is responsible for you as much as you are for yourself. Please utilize resources to the best that you can afford to reduce your stress. Another thing I do to help myself to reduce my stress, because it is very stressful. It is not easy being a wife, a mother, 4 children, I work so much. I'm such a workaholic. I am a workaholic. See, now I've gone to add another channel, African Folktale channel, to the ones I have already. I'm writing a book. I am into several businesses. I'm doing so much. So it is normal that sometimes I'm overwhelmed. Sometimes I feel like, oh my God, I need to breathe. I am choked. And one thing that I do for myself to help relieve that stress is by taking time off and time out. If you follow me on Instagram, I don't know if you guys are following me on Instagram, NEZEVILLE and at NEZE Peperempe, you will see my stories. Every once in a while, I leave everything and bless God for a kind and loving spouse and marriage. My husband would hold my children, 4 of them, and tell me, go out. My girlfriend would come and pick me, we would go eat and drink, watch a movie, spend time out. The other day it was a party I went for, masquerade festival. I'll go out there, clear my head, see people, especially someone like me that works from home, that I can stay 2 weeks, I've not seen sun, I've not seen outside, locked up. Don't you know that thing can cause mental damage? Especially for a woman like me that I've been a 9-to-5 woman all my life, going out there every day, doing sales, marketing, talking to people, making presentations in front of boards of directors. Now I'm in the house, I can stay at home 3 weeks, I will not see sun. It is stress inducing, working. No, once in a while, I take time off the work and I go out there. I go swimming, I go partying, I go and enjoy myself. I can either go with my husband if the children are in school and he has free time. We go on dates, we go and enjoy each other. We're always creating avenues for fun. In a few days' time, we'll be 11 years in marriage. We did our court wedding in November 2013. So we're going to be 11 years very soon. But we still create time to go and jollificate as husband and wife. And you see that when you go out there, you do these things, you come back, it's almost like you've been worn a new garment. It's almost like a new air just fills you. You have that restored energy that will take you again for another 3 weeks before you start to feel tired again. So that time off and time out is very important. And as I keep saying, it's not just about money. With 500 naira, or let me say 1,005 in Nigeria, you can go somewhere and drink malt and buy suya. Yes, that is time out. Listen to music, see other people walk around with bomb shots, admire what is out there in the open. Not you just locking yourself up all the time, or going to the office, coming back the next Monday, you are running to the office, coming back. No time to socialize, no time for activities, no time for fun. No. Please create time for leisure. It helps me a lot. In fact, it even helps my marriage. When we go out there, you know, I'm admiring my husband from a different eye, from a different angle. He's admiring me too, because I don't look like this every day in the house. I'm at home with my oversized shirt and bathroom slippers with my cornrows of 6 months. But you know, when we go out and about dressed and he's like, oh, wow, whose babe is that? He's reaching a new level of admiration. Like, look at my wife. And I'm there looking at my husband and we're just seeing the outside world with us in it. It's a different form of flex. Please, my dear moms, my dear dads, find time for time off and time out. If you feel overwhelmed, take a break. Take a breather, step back, breathe, do something that interests you, something exciting, something different. Have fun and get yourself back together. Then keep pushing. And lastly, the last thing I do that is helping me to manage my stress is my mindset. Yes, I know that by nature, by my person, I have a more positive mindset to things than a lot of people will. Things that will get people very stressed and have them crying or distraught. I might smile or laugh over it or handle it in a more positive way than the average person will. I don't know if I was born that way. I don't know whether it's a character that I have managed to develop, but having a positive approach and mindset to things really gives me an edge in life. I'm the kind of person that sees diamonds in dirt. Like, I always find a reason to be happy, to be excited, to be energetic, to be positive about life. I do not approach life from the negative lens. That does not mean I'm disillusioned about reality. No, I'm very much in touch with reality. But for example, my typical approach to maybe something that I cannot change, maybe if my hand is like this, and I cannot change this hand like this. There is nothing I do in life that can make this hand stop being like this. I would embrace this hand, love it, accept it, and I would ensure that it does not worry me. That's an example. So anything that I do not have control over, anything that I do not have impact on, I manage my anxiety and my stress over those things. Even if it's a human being, I can easily render you non-existent in my life if you are a stress indicator to me. I'm selfish with my joy. And yes, my husband, my children, my family, my mother, they all add up to what makes me happy, but I still have happiness for myself. Before I had a husband, before I had children, I was just as happy as I am today. I've always been happy. I've always found joy. I've always created sources of joy for myself outside people, outside things. I do not, in banking, they call that concentration risk. When you have deposits, one customer brings in 500 million and your deposit has grown. It's called concentrated risk, right? Because that person can pull out that whole 500 million and you won't have any money again in your cabal. But when you have little retail clients bringing in 2 million, it is unlikely that 5,000 people will pull out their 2 million at once. Pardon my example. What I'm trying to say is, if all your happiness and your joy is concentrated on a single source, it is a risk. Because if something happens to that source, if that source is extinguished, you are a goner. Ladies, find hobbies, find passion, find career, find distraction, find friendship and collaborations, find other things that would make your source of joy limitless. Find purpose, find reason, find yourself. Finding myself has helped me in life because I know who I am. I found myself very early. So when you know yourself, when you have found yourself, it is impossible for somebody to come and tell you who you are. It is impossible for somebody's words to pierce you in such a way that it will hit you to the floor, because you know who you are. And a very good way of finding yourself and knowing who you are is by finding purpose and happiness in a variety of things. So yes, stress escalates when you do not know how to manage expectations. You don't know how to manage hurts, how to manage disappointments. Life incidences would always induce stress in you. But when you have developed a positive approach to life, and you see positivity, you see opportunities, you see solutions, you see joy, you see rainbows at the end of the tunnel, you approach life with that mindset, it will help you reduce stress, because it does help me too. So guys, yes, we're going to bring this video to an end here. I hope you've been able to learn a thing or two. We will keep learning from each other, learning from each other's strengths. There's some things that I might be deficient at that you might have more strength in, and I will draw from your strengths. I will learn from you. And there's some things that I might have better control or understanding of, and you can also learn from me. This is a safe place where we learn from each other, because we do not know it all. So this is what I'm doing, and I'm putting concerted effort at doing. And believe me, it is helping me manage my stress. It is assisting to relieve me of the many responsibilities that I shoulder as a working wife and mother of 4 children. In the abroad, I must add, where there is no domestic assistance. Do let us know down below what you do or what you are doing to alleviate or eliminate. Can you ever eliminate stress? No. To alleviate stress. Let us know down in the comment section. So guys, yes, we have come to the end of today's video. If you're new here, seeing my face for the first time, or if you've been watching without subscribing, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Give this video a big thumbs up. Drop all your comments down in the comment section, and stay glued, for we have so much more coming your way. It's me, your girl barista NEZE, and this is NEZE Peperempe. I'll see you guys in my next one. For now, bye. Mwah.